This is a bit of an impromptu video about my Unimoke electric bike. I've had it for 8 weeks, something like that. I've been riding it pretty much every day to work, but I've worked out why you probably wouldn't buy one, and that's because if you live, a mile away from where you work, or literally down the road, I can't really see the point. As you could just ride a normal bike, or driving, you could argue you're not really going very far. Opposite of that, if you live, say, 20 miles plus, I think under 20 miles, you could cycle it. It would probably take about an hour and about an hour and 20 minutes, something like that, if you had to go 20 miles. But over that, you just couldn't buy one. I don't think you would do it. It's just too far. You'd have to buy an electric car or something, or just what you would probably do currently. So, it's not always going to be the answer for everyone. But if you're someone that does live, say 20 minutes cycle away, or there's loads of traffic, then they're absolutely amazing. I work 8 miles away or 10 miles away, depends what I'm doing, and I cycle it all the time, and it's just brilliant. I get to work, I've got loads of energy. I'm looking forward to going home. That's not strange at all, is it? But then I get home and I've got loads of energy, and I'm not totally exhausted, which is what can happen. I have cycled a normal bike, non-electric bike, and you can end up being absolutely shattered after a week. Yes, if I kept doing multiple weeks and maybe got a road bike, which isn't particularly my thing, I guess I'd eventually get fit for it. But you've still got to work a whole day, and then if you've got kids at home, it's they zap the energy out of you. It's just a lot of effort. But I'm still getting fit on my electric bike. I'm still hitting 150 beats a minute, heart rate. Okay, I was hitting higher than that, 180, 190 on my push bike, but it's still exercise. It's just a little bit more moderate over a longer time. Pardon me, and it's still exercise. It's amazing. I have said to someone that it's changed my life. That's because I've had kids. Not obviously me personally. The wife did, but we've got kids now, and you end up coming in on yourself quite a lot. It's very difficult to get out and have time to actually do stuff. But to convert my commute into something that's fun and exercise, it feels like it has changed my life. And I've spoken to lots of other people as well who have bought the same electric bike, but it would go for lots of different electric bikes. How it can get you out, it can get you taking the canal roads, the cycle lanes. You're not breathing in all the fumes. Gosh, you can smell the fumes. I can when I get in a car and I'm sat in traffic at the end of my road. You can smell it. It's disgusting, and it can't be good. There are many statistics about kids with asthma in cities and things like that, and of course we need everyone to give up their cars to really make a difference. But I think as an individual, buying an e-bike, for some people, a lot of people probably, that live fairly close to work, not a crazy distance away, it's a brilliant thing to go for. And in some of my other videos you might have seen I'm pedalling in the rain. Urban Drive Style have made the bike so it's pretty damn waterproof, and you can ride it in the rain. Just buy full waterproof. You can buy waterproof gloves, waterproof jacket, obviously trousers. I've got these little neoprene overshoes, stop your feet getting wet. So there's no weather that you can't go out in, and you don't get hot because the motor's doing most of the work anyway. What I'm doing with my bike at the moment is I've got the kids seat back section on it, so I can put the back seat on and have the 1-year-old in it, I can still get the 2-year-old on the front, so I can have all three of us on, which is good. And I've left the clip attachment bit on the back, and I just put this new bag I've bought. I just not zip tie, what are they called? Bungee. I just bungee it on. I just throw all my stuff in there. It's a 40-litre bag. It's fully waterproof. It's made by Overboard, and that's doing really well. So I'm not having to change things around. I'll probably go back to the low loader rack for the summer, especially, so I can put everything in that. Well, in the bag on that, and I could really pile that high. Quite look forward to cycling in flip-flops and shorts. I didn't quite get much opportunity for that this summer because the waiting times are still really long. Everyone's talking about pedal gate and how they're taking quite a long time to deliver. I know at the moment Urban Drive Style have had issues with their new torque sensor, so when you pedal you put a bit of pressure on and then the motor kicks in according to that, whereas at the moment you have to pedal it a couple of times and then it kicks in sort of fairly harshly, which is quite exciting. I don't think I'm fussed about changing mine, but the new torque sensor, which I reckon probably a lot of other brands are going to pick up on and use instead of the magnets going round, which then will kick the motor in. So yeah, they're struggling with the time scales on that, so it's holding up the whole production run. But I mean, there's a lot of these electric things that are coming out now, you know, electric cars, electric skateboards, all sorts of things, and people are having to wait for them. It's just kind of the way of the world now, you know, you buy something, you might get it in a few months. It's just the way it is, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, you know, I've had the bike for a couple of months. I'm loving it. It kind of has changed my life. I literally don't drive at all. Some weeks I'll drive once or twice, maybe because I've got to run the kids out, or actually it's really raining hard, or we've had like 50-mile-an-hour winds. You know, and I need to take some stuff to work or pick stuff up. But 95% of the time I am cycling, and I look forward to it. Oh, and I'm dropping Little off at nursery on it as well, so that's quite handy. It's really difficult to park near our nursery. You'd have to just walk. I mean, that would then take 10-15 minutes. I can cycle around in 2 minutes, so I'm saving time all the time. So really, I'm absolutely loving it. I still think e-bikes aren't possibly for everyone, but the amount of benefits to so many people is just huge. If you haven't got one, you should mega think about getting one. They're proper good, really good. Ooh. Some people ask me about how long the battery lasts. I just plug mine in every night, basically, just like a mobile phone. So I just park it up in the garage and plug it in. I actually put a socket in the wall right by it, knowing this is going to happen, so it's super handy. I just plug it in when it's there. And then every morning it's all fully charged. I have to admit, I've been taking the charger to work because when it's fully charged, the batteries have a higher voltage, so the bike goes faster. And over time, over the day, the speed does drop off. You lose a couple of miles an hour, so it's kind of like my top tip, really, for any e-bike. If you try and keep a little bit of extra pressure in the tyres, it gets a bit harder ride, but the battery does go down less, and the top speed can be a little bit higher, but the voltage is the biggest thing. If you can keep it more fully charged, it is faster. Literally, I can be cycling to work a couple of miles an hour faster than when I come home, but if I take the charger to work, it goes just as fast coming home, which is good. I can get home a couple of minutes quicker over a 30-minute bike ride. So might as well have that, and it's a little bit more fun. So yeah, loving it really. I'm off for a couple of days, can't wait to go back to work so I can get back on the bike.